Now, after a lengthy discussion with 26 shipping lines which participated in the 2021-2022 cocoa freight negotiations with the Cocoa Marketing Company as well as the Ghana Shippers Authority, the rate of freight for shipment of cocoa will see an upward adjustment of 5% for the next cocoa crop season. The agreement was reached after several considerations were discussed among the parties in Accra, including container shortages and charter rates adjustment. Meanwhile, in a related development, the Ghana Shippers Authority has vowed to protect the shipment of cocoa from pirate attacks. The Chief Executive, Benonita Bismarck, told Joy Business at the Cocoa Freight Conference that her outfit, together with other relevant authorities, have given attention to the commodity to ensure that the country does not lose its economic benefits. She's been speaking about conditions for the new rate as well.
The idea is to ensure some level of predictability so that once we agree the freight, the cocoa that is carried is at the level, the freight rates that are carried. So there's no level of shock from anybody trying to introduce things that have not been agreed on. So it's not only the rates, but we look at the conditions of carriage as well. What you need, particularly if, say, it's a container, what you need to use to dress the container, because the beans have to be carried in a certain level of climate or temperature, to ensure that it doesn't go bad. So all those things where you lift the container from the quality of the container, they have to be food-grade containers. So all of these things are things that we talk about and agree. So that once we agree, it is the conditions that regulate the whole year, the season, 2021, 2022. Those are the conditions that regulate the whole year's carriage of cocoa. So that is the reason why we're here today. And we had the Honorable Minister coming as the guest of honor. We also have the Deputy MD of Cocoa Board. Cocoa Board is the main organization that handles our cocoa. CMC is the technical wing of Cocoa Board. And we work very closely with them. We do a lot of research. We look at what the bunker prices are, what freight rates are, conditions locally, in both ports. And then we come to a certain level of rates that are agreeable to both parties, because the lines will want to carry it at a profit. Of course, we also, as Ghana, want to ensure that our cocoa is carried in the best conditions, but we're not paying the highest rates. We are not diddled out of rates. So this is the reason why we're doing that. And we also know that the price of cocoa has gone down. So all of these things must inform the decision that we come to at the end of the day. It's a negotiation. We are not just going to say this is what we're doing. Based on what they have submitted to us earlier, we look at it, we listen to all of them, they pitch, and then we research again, and then at the end of the evening, we will announce what the rates will be for the year that is ensuing.
Is security likely to play a role in this negotiation? I'm asking that due to the amount of pirates being reported on the Gulf of Guinea recently.
Well, definitely. I mean, the piracy in the Gulf of Guinea is something that is of high concern to the whole maritime industry. That is the remit of the GMA. In fact, this morning, I was with the Minister of Transport, and he mentioned that. So definitely, anybody calling our shores is mindful of that. It shows that insurance may go up at the end of the day. But then, that is why for cocoa, we sort of ring fence it and then look at it with different lenses, so to speak. It is not subjected to the other vagaries like other things are. Cocoa is of prime importance to us as a country.
Well, the shipping agents and freight forwarders have renewed the call for the Ghana Shippers Authority to call the shipping lines to order or face their wrath. According to the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders, the unapproved fees, which includes container cleaning fees, that's the container cleaning fees, administrative charges, and other levies paid by agents at the port, is making business at the port unattractive. The vice chairman of the institute, Johnny Marty, told Joy Business that the shipping lines have failed to abide by the rules of the port and must be dealt with. Johnny Marty is on Zoom to tell us more about some of the concerns as freight forwarders and agents at the port are concerned. We're grateful that you could join us. First of all, what is causing the shipping lines to charge some of these unapproved fees? If you could kindly unmute so we could hear you better.
Can you hear me now?
You're loud and clear.
Yeah.
All right. So the
All
question
right,
to you is that what could be informing the increase in these charges?
Thank you once again. These charges have always they are charges that we've always agitated about. We call them illegal. The Shippers Authority, in its wisdom, was also written to these lines to withdraw these charges. But for one reason or the other, the lines are adamant, and they are still, surcharging us, not just us, but the consumer on these issues. Of course, some of these charges that we've mentioned are the cleaning fees. We talk about container administrative charges, amendment fee, telex fees. But they still persist.
What have been your engagement with the relevant authorities or agencies on this matter?
Thank you. These have been ongoing. I don't know where we've not been. These discussions started way back before our time. It's been going on and on. We've spoken to the shipping lines. We've had engagement with the Shippers Authority. In fact, a petition was even made to the Transport Minister, where he referred the issue to the Shippers Authority to deal with it. The Shippers Authority again has written to these lines to stay these charges. Unfortunately, these things still are ongoing, and we would be seeking redress on these matters.
And speaking of redress, how do you intend to deal with these matters once and for all from your body perspective?
In fact, what we had, the plan was to go to the Shippers Authority to present a petition to them again, to act on the letters and authority mandated by law to them to ensure that these charges are stayed, because they have written to the lines for the lines to stay the charges, to withdraw those charges. This action was supposed to have taken off on the 16th. However, our president has said, this is not an issue that we can deal with alone. He wants all the associations on board. He wants the GUTES, the AGIs, and every team on board. They are all on board, but a proper strategy has to be implemented. Of course, as we speak, my president is meeting with a couple of lawyers as we speak today, with other association leaders, and seeing the way forward on this matter. This matter will be dealt with. We are not going to stop at it. If they are illegal, at the end of the day, it's the consumer that suffers, and it has to be rerun.
Great, and we shall be keeping an eye on this for updates. Johnny Martin, we're grateful that you could join us. He is Vice Chairman of the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders.